Hi everyone, it's Margaret Manning here and welcome to Mornings with 60 and Me. Today is Saturday, it's July the 23rd. Welcome to the weekend. I hope you've got something really fun planned for your time with your family or your friends or by yourself. Hope you have a great weekend. I wanted to first of all welcome you and thank the people that joined us yesterday for the Facebook Live edition of Mornings with 60 and Me. It was really fun. We're going to do that often. If you enjoyed it, you watched and thought it was a good format, let me know because I enjoy delivering the content to you in the way you like to receive it. So you've got some options. But if you want to receive these news bulletins first, you can go to 60andme.com/mornings and pick up the news first every day. So welcome. First of all, my tea. I've got a cup of tea today that is lovely. It's actually Darjeeling. Darjeeling is a really cool tea. I've become really interested in teas and where they come from. And Darjeeling is known as the champagne of tea because it's it comes from a part of India, West Bengal, and it's picked in the foothills. So it's kind of a precious tea, and it's really tasty. And I love it. Also, Darjeeling, like all black teas and green teas for that matter, have lots of vitamins and antioxidants in them. So they're good for you as well. So grab your cup of morning tea or coffee if you prefer, and we'll have go through what happened in the news overnight and bring you up to speed on a few things that I think are important and interesting to our demographic, to our community. So the first thing in the United States, Hillary Clinton has announced her vice presidential candidate. His name is Tim Kaine, and he is the senator from Virginia. He was also the governor of Virginia, and he's a very experienced politician, and she's chosen him to be her running mate. He speaks fluent Spanish. He is very politically savvy and aware of state issues as well as federal. He obviously had to run education programs and has been an advocate for gun control. He was actually a very strong supporter of President Obama 4 years ago. So that's the person she's chosen, and we'll probably be meeting him on the television over the next few days. And look forward to reporting on the the Democratic convention, which is happening next week. So that's Hillary Clinton's choice, Tim Kaine. A second piece of news is that there has been another very tragic shooting in Europe, this time in the German city of Munich. It happened last night, and when I went to bed, it was still in progress. It's my morning now for you, so just to let you know that I got this news early, and it was really a very uncertain time. Munich was on lockdown for several hours. Train station was shut. All the transportation systems were stopped because there was a shooter in a shopping mall in Munich. It ended up only being one person, one shooter. They weren't sure at the beginning, but one individual killed 9 people. And it started in a fast food restaurant in the shopping mall. And unfortunately, all the details aren't available yet, but there were children who were hurt and killed. There are about 20 some people still in hospital and being treated. This person was only 18 years old, and he actually shot himself. Or that's what is being reported. It's always difficult with these stories because they seem to change a lot from hour to hour. But that was the latest that is being reported this morning, that he actually did kill himself. And they're now obviously checking his apartment and finding out what happened, what was his motive. But these things always shake you and terrify you. I mean, we're very close to Munich in Switzerland. I'm in the northern side of Switzerland, so I'm close to Germany. And it just always feels a bit too close, but I was online most of the early evening with friends who are in Munich, and it just breaks my heart when this happens because it shakes them and it terrifies them and turns a beautiful place into a bad memory. But people are super, super resilient, and we always tend to bounce back. And one thing that was really beautiful last night was that the hashtag Open Doors, Open Doors was live on Twitter, and people were offering their homes for people that were stranded on the streets because everything was locked down. People couldn't get out of the city center. So they're opening their doors saying, my house is free. If you want to come have a tea, stay here the night if you need to. And it just shows a beautiful humanity of people, that they're willing to open their doors to strangers and let them in and just reach out. Social media becomes a very, very big element of resilience in these types of situations. So key points for me, I mean, despite the fact it was a horrible tragedy, are that people stood together and they were there to help each other. And, just good thoughts go out to the people in Germany this time. Just tough for them to deal with. But that's it's over. The shooting is over. It's the city has been declared clear, and we hope that that's the case. So that's the Munich situation. I now wanted to go. I think we need some feel-good stories now. A lot's going on in the world, and I could report on lots of different stories in Turkey and France and other parts in Rio for the Olympics. But let's go to a fun story. This is actually a feel-good and a feel-amazed story. I just picked it up this morning. It's really cool. There's this Hubble Space telescope that's been in space for many, many years, taking pictures of the universe and of our stars and galaxies. And one of the astronomers, there was an article published, I'll send you or include the link, has just announced that they've got fresh new pictures from Hubble. And they are able to calculate that there are about 1.2 million galaxies, not planets, but galaxies in our universe. And these little dots that they're seeing with the Hubble space telescope are revealing a world that we just can't imagine. And it just kind of amazes me and blows my mind that in the middle of these stories that happen on the planet, on our planet Earth, are just a tiny part of what's going on in this whole universe that we're part of. And it's just incredible to me. So that's, I think, lots of mystery and wonder in our universe and on our planet. And we should be grateful for that. So, and when I think about the galaxies and the solar systems, I think about our bodies and how incredible they are too. And I found another story, which is actually it was promoted by the Age of Happiness, which is a great website, talking about how our brains work and basically how we have to keep our brains healthy and active, just like we do our bodies. And what was really fun was this article about how giving new experiences to your brain helps it to kind of build communication between different parts of the brain, strengthen the brain, make it healthy, and actually build cells, build a stronger brain. And it's by introducing these kind of experiences that we actually get to exercise our brain in a positive way. So they list a bunch of things that you can do to strengthen your brain. So if you would like to make your brain stronger and healthier this weekend, here's some ideas. And actually, I had read a couple of these before, and I do some of them. So just simple things, no cost, just free experiments. First thing is to shower with the eyes closed. When you have a shower, just close your eyes. And I've actually found this with other things when I'm trying to, like, for example, find the end of Scotch tape on a roll. I close my eyes and your feelings, your sensations become heightened. So by shutting your eyes in the shower, you just have a different experience of your body. Just try it, see what happens. The other thing is to brush your teeth with your non-dominant hand. So if you're right-handed, brush your teeth with your left hand. It really feels odd, but this activity does magical things for your brain. Another thing is to switch around activities. So if you normally walk to school or to work or to a friend's house in a certain way, or even drive a certain way, similar route, do it differently. Go down a different street. Turn right, go around the block. Or in the morning, if you have a routine for having your cup of tea or just preparing breakfast, just do it differently. Try something a little different and switch your activities around. This is a funny one. I've never done this, but they suggest that you turn things upside down on your desk or your counter. So if your clock, turn it upside down. If you've got pictures of your family or yourself or your dog, cat, turn it upside down. Just turn your world around for just a few minutes or even for the day. And it apparently does something to your brain to make it intrigued. And anyway, it's interesting. Another thing is to, when you're driving, to open the windows and try to listen to sounds and and smells that are in your neighborhood, in your vicinity. You get kind of claustrophobic in a car, so open the windows and listen to the world around you. And the final one I'll mention, which they describe as eating foods differently, is just eat different foods. Instead of eating the same things every day, try something that you've never tried. I actually am really lucky in Switzerland because we get some interesting fruits from different parts of Europe, and I look at them and I think, what is that? And I could just pass it by, but I usually pick it up and try it. And even if I don't like it, I just try to eat it and enjoy it, appreciate the difference. So those are some things you can do to strengthen your brain. If you've got any other ideas, I think that put them in the section below. And by the way, always comment when I'm talking here about the news. If you have a thought or a feeling about something that I've talked about, put your thoughts there, put your comments. This show is for you to connect and communicate with each other. So what we do, just get together, have a cup of tea, have a chat, and that's why this morning, Mornings with 60 and Me are for you. So those are my kind of feel good. Oh, there is one more that I wanted to mention, which I really love, which is in, where is it? It's in Salem, Oregon. Any folks from Salem or Portland watching? Say hi. But in this place called Salem, Oregon in the United States, there is this man who's been giving, well, I'm assuming it's a man who's been giving away $100 bills. He's been hiding them around the city. And he's been hiding them in like the pockets of clothing in stores. He's been putting them in piggy banks, wrapping them in chocolate bars. Anyway, and people just for the last few years have been finding these $100 bills. And he's kind of this unknown donor. They call him Benny because there's a Benjamin Franklin picture on the $100 bill. And so Benny has just been this benefactor around Salem. And it just made me think, every Saturday I just go out and do a little shopping. And I'm thinking, what would I do if I found a $100 bill or $100 bill in in something I just purchased or in a book in a library. Anyway, so I thought that was really fun. And I just want to say thank you, Benny. It's great that we've got someone doing good for others and in an unselfish way. It's anonymous. It doesn't say who he or she is. But that's kind of my updates for today, folks. I would love to remind you again, if you want to get these news updates first in your day, to go to 60andme.com /mornings. So 60andme.com /mornings. And that way you'll get the news first. So I've got one little question for you at the end here, going back to Benny. I'd just love to ask you, just for fun, pretend that you went out today into your city or town and you found a $100 bill that someone had left anonymously. What would you do with that $100? Just tell us in the comment section below. I'd love to know what you would do with it and share the conversation. So thanks for being here, everyone. I really do hope you have a wonderful weekend. Take care, enjoy the Saturday, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow on Mornings with 60 and Me. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Bye for now.